Recently, in one of the comments connected to my movie reviews, one person stated that they are a waste of time because I don't tell the viewer if they should go see the movie. As the founding supporter of the cinema scale, it is not my responsibility as a movie reviewer to tell you whether you should see a movie or not, because that's just a matter of opinion. What I endeavor to do on the cinema scale is to help you to analyze the value of the movie and how you as an audience will be able to make an emotional connection. As a result of this, you can find joy in just about any movie if you're willing to look hard enough. With that being said, let's get into it. Guys, back on the cinema scale, today we're taking a first look at Regretting You. The film is based on the 2019 book written by Colleen Hoover. The film is directed by Josh Boone. It focuses on the life of wife, mother, and sister Morgan Grant. After her husband is killed in a tragic accident, Morgan must cope with the devastating effects of a secret that he kept from her for years, with devastating consequences that will affect her and her daughter, Clara. The film stars Allison Williams as Morgan, McKenna Grace as Clara, Mason Thames as Miller, and Dave Franco as Jonah. Allison Williams as Morgan, she's supposed to be that grief-stricken mother in the film. She's supposed to be lost, discombobulated, misunderstood, and betrayed. But in her presence on screen, you don't really feel that emotion. I felt like a lot of the chemistry between her and her daughter was low at best. The scenes where she comes in angry or she's supposed to exhibit frustration, it lacks significantly. It was very elementary school theater in connection with her performance. She's not believable, and so it's easy to forget her role in this movie. Now, I will tell you that McKenna Grace is literally the star of this film. She plays the teen daughter. She's an emotional wreck, but she's rebellious. She carries most of the drama, a lot of the romance sequence in this movie, and a lot of the humor. I loved her wittiness, her sarcastic undertones, and I loved the presence of joy that she had in this devastating romantic drama. Now, alongside her, Mason Thames. If you're talking about a couple, a on-screen couple that has the magic, these two have definitely got it. He plays her love interest. He's charming, he's funny, he's witty. In some sequences, a mild bad boy, but he also is her emotional support. He's like her knight in shining armor in this movie, and he's very nice to watch. He has a boyish element to him, and I think that's what really makes him a nice add to her character. I think the two of them had excellent chemistry. You could definitely tell that there might be something going on. Now, I didn't check to see if they were dating in real life, but I did love their chemistry on screen. Now, add into that dynamic Dave Franco. I love Dave Franco in the Now You See Me series, but I just didn't think he fit well in the dynamic or in the chemistry of this movie. He plays the grieving best friend of Morgan's husband. He's also a father himself and a teacher. They gave this man a lot of role, a lot of dynamic, but he's a bit ill-placed. Sometimes when on screen, he's just shouting his dialogue. You can't really find a place for him in your heart, and you really kind of get bored with his character simply because he's underwhelming and at times boring. But he's supposed to be nonetheless the emotional support for Morgan. He kind of reminds me a little bit of, or the role he's supposed to remind me of, is the Miguel from This Is Us. You know, Miguel's best friend dies, he comes in and he marries Rebecca's. That is how Dave Franco's character was supposed to be portrayed in this movie. Now, the runtime of the movie is 2 full hours. And in that 2 full hours, you'll find that character development is slow. Now, I didn't read the book, but I'm pretty sure that there were a lot of things omitted from the book to speed up the emotional entertainment aspect from the book to the screen. And at times when you do that, you strip the audience away of feeling an emotional connection with this character. This movie is definitely a mother-daughter film, and it tears on the line, or it goes back and forth on the line of guilt, grief, romance, and moving on. there is a question that needs to be answered for the viewers. How will this movie make you feel emotionally? Well, it's definitely a target film. It has a series of lessons from mothers treating their daughters right, even when hardship comes upon them. It also beckons for communication in the family. But I really enjoyed, most of all in this movie, the journey of grief and forgiveness. There's a nice undertone of forgiving ones whom have died, who have may have had a disruption of peace with you, or you may have not been able to forgive them for something that they did, and they die and they move on, so to speak, and now you're left to pick up the pieces. Or for someone who lost a loved one in death, and they feel directly responsible for the death of that loved one. I think this kind of movie will appeal to you, dear persons, because it's a real story with a gripping undertone, although it was not executed the best directorially. Now, there is a post-credit scene after this movie. If you can be able to weather the storm of this 2-hour film, there is a nice closure post-credit, but it's not something that's going to bear witness to a future film. It's not something that's going to say, hey, there's a sequel coming up. It's not that kind of post-credit. Just a little bit more to give you closure emotionally from this film. This is a film that you may want to watch on streaming. You may want to wait for it to hit the streaming platform. Or if you're someone looking for a quick date night, there was a lot of teen girls in the theater that I was in. They were very expressive with their emotions. Their oohs and ahs were very present in connection with this film. I'm pretty sure they read the book as well. So guys, that was Regretting You. Let me know down in the comment box if you read this book. Do you think this book translated well from book to screen? And who is your favorite character in this storyline? Let me know down in the comment box, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And if you want to see more reviews, click the next video.